All right, welcome back. Let's talk about Bode George again. Bode George is still, and retired Commodore politician Bode George, who was the first one who started dragging Wigwe in a video that came up. I guess the video was recorded before, but came up after the passing of Wigwe, and he was dragging Wigwe, Lumelu, Emefiele, and basically a bunch of people who are now billionaires. It said they're the one taking advantage of the national wealth, which is what some people are talking about. So Bode George supporters cry foul. Is the justice system just for the poor? All right, so there's a comment that somebody left, and this was the comment, and that's really what I want to take a few minutes to address. Because again, some of those things is the mindset that's continue to perpetuate the state of the nation. All right, leave your comment. Let's talk about it. We'll use them to rub minds together, and then we'll continue to expand our thoughts. Okay. All right. So, the justice system. All laws are only for the poor people. All right, so all laws are only for the poor people. The reality is that there's no perfect justice system anywhere, just in case you're not aware. Okay, there's no perfect justice system anywhere. As you and I were talking right now, Donald Trump is busy complaining about the justice system in America, how it is corrupt, how they stole from him, and all this kind of stuff, But poor people in general, people that are reading with poverty, cannot afford to play that game. I don't know, maybe Donald Trump can afford to play that. You can't afford to play that game. It will just get worse and worse and worse. And this is the part where people say, that's tough, that's not fair. But how is that a fair system? That's the problem. I don't know what you mean by fair, what your expectations are when it comes to fairness. It's simply not our reality. Okay? So the justice system, I don't know what I said in the video that made this person think that I'm championing the justice system in Nigeria. No, absolutely not. Far from truth. I am not championing the justice system in Nigeria. The justice system couldn't be even more flawed than anything else, And we all know that unless somebody is just going to cap.
Stop the cap.
Right? We know that. But all laws are only for the poor people. Yeah. But it doesn't have to be that way. Now, you have two choices. You can sit with that ideology and complain and complain and complain and complain about it. Right? Or you can decide that, okay, I'm going to put myself in a position to win regardless. In spite of, I'm going to win. And then I will be in a position to actually help change the laws so that no one is above the law. The reality in life is that the powerful, in many respects, in many regards, you will see things and you will feel like they're above the law. The reality is that in many ways, they are above the law because they can buy their way through the system. Is that a good thing? No, you're right. It is not a good thing.
You're right.
It is not a good thing. However, crying about it, is that a good thing? Oh, yeah, sure.
You're right.
If you think is the right thing to do, you're right. If you want to think a little bit deeper than that and say, let's take a closer look at the results we've been getting all your life, literally. If you're watching this right now, that's the literal truth. Okay, all your life we've been crying, complaining, asking for fairness. Yeah?
Continue.
All of that. How is that working out for us? Asking for fairness. How is that working out for us? What do you think? You think the enemy cares about fairness? Who's the enemy? Who are the politicians? Who are the powerful? Who are the billionaires? Right? Who are these people? They're also just people. They just happen to have power that they've managed to engage. They are very aware they have this kind of power. They've positioned themselves in a place where, from a psychological standpoint, even if they wanted to do the right thing, they will change the meanings of the right thing. They will readjust their senses because they are trying to compete in a world that's full of competition. Okay, to whom much is given, much is required. They have a lot more to worry about than the average person because they've cooked up this world for themselves and they have to protect all of that empire, all of it. They have to protect it. Right? So as much as you feel they are enjoying,
I never spelled it.
as much as you feel like they're enjoying, maybe not. In fact, I was listening to, who was that I was talking about it, and they were saying even the Wigwe was not necessarily at peace because some of these people, a lot of time they've beaten more than they can chew, but we don't pay attention to that. You know. So the justice system, when you say justice system, whatever you heard there was basically you were disconnected from the idea that I've always preached here, that there's no such thing as fairness. What exists is power. Okay? And we all have power. But the majority of us are not engaged with our power, which essentially effectively make us powerless. Right? Meaning, anytime you see an opportunity to say somebody took advantage of you, you have a very high chance of engaging that and crying and saying they treat you unfairly. And while you may be right,
you're right.
You just perpetuate it. It just gets worse and worse and worse because at the end of the day, there's 8 billion people here and you're competing. I may the best player win. That's the reality. But Ola, what are you doing? Are you encouraging these people to continue to manipulate and take advantage of it?
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
Right.
Do me a favor. Share your thoughts with me in the comment below. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Let's keep talking about it. I would like to engage the conversation. Let's keep talking about it. I'll be back with the next story in 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.